Welcome to the morning after week 8 of another week in the CFFL. We'll get right into the action here. Get to the scores that were. Another big week this week. I think it's the 4th or 5th 100-point week for someone in the CFFL this year. In Rogers We Trust with their second of the year. They take down the Gargoyles 102-70 in the Battle of Fond du Lac. We had Mike Evans with 22.5 points and Aaron Rodgers with 20 in a losing effort for the Gargoyles as they fall to 3-5. Still have a shot at the playoffs, but not looking great right now. Only 2 back, though. Price is Right fall to Black Dingoes. Deshaun Watson carried the Dingoes with 19.5 points. Sam Darnold led the Price is Right with 13. They are not the same team without Kamara and Mahomes. The Cardinals take down Dr. Dangerous 87.5-39. No players in double digits for Dr. Dangerous. Cardinals were led by Latavius Murray, 20.5 points. Horn Dogs take down the Minotaurs, 75-49. Aaron Jones had another huge game, 23.5 points. Michael Thomas had 12.5 points for the Minotaurs. The Little Big Men squeaked by the Badgers, 54.5-51.5. Tom Brady had 13 points. Matt Stafford had 19.5 points. Badgers almost pulled out the win. As I was watching my Dolphins lose again, Deontay Johnson was wide open at the end of the game, and Mason Rudolph missed him, which would have been enough to put the Badgers ahead and with the win. And finally, the Bruisers take down the Bucks, 107.5-86.5. Kenny Galladay had 19 points for the Bruisers, and Tevin Coleman had 30.5 points for the Bucks. Their winning streak to start the year has been snapped. On to the player of the week, the aforementioned Tevin Coleman with 105 yards rushing, 13 yards receiving, and 4 total touchdowns with 30.5 points. An amazing day. The 49ers running game is just on fire right now. And the big news of the week for the fantasy is the perfect season is over for the second straight year, though. The team did start the year 7-0. The Bucks did not make it to 9-0 like the Little Big Men, but still an impressive start at 7-0. One of the best starts in league history. I think it tied for second best. I had the 7-0 record a couple years ago, 7-0, 8-0. So second or third best by the Bucks. So an impressive start to the year. Finally, get to the games. The coming week, that'll be big, as well as some sad news to talk about. First of all, week 9, we do have the Bucks taking on the Little Big Men, 7-1 versus 5-3. On the sad front, we have the consolation belt namesake. Jim Chavin has passed away at the age of 40. If you're not familiar with the consolation belt, if you haven't won it, it is a gorgeous, glorious belt. Yeah, it's right there. So we got it right there. Hand cut by me in one try. Jim Chavin consolation belt, 7th place with the beautiful, just the beautiful artwork I did. But that is that. Right now it's in the property of Griff, although I'm not mailing that to California. So sorry, Griff. It's in my possession now. For now, until you make a trip here or whatever, then you have to bring it back or mail it, but probably not that important. Anyway, the Jaguars, Jim's Jaguars, were 20-33-1 in 4 seasons of the CFFL. One of the original members. He made 2 playoff appearances. Jim was a big fan of Dominique Wilkins, and of course the Jaguars logo there. One of the original members with myself, my cousin, him, who else? Brian Caribou was one of the original members. I think George Gawk was one of them. Josh Soren, I think Jeff Brand were some of the original members the first year there. But Jim has passed away, I think last week it was. So sorry to hear the news. And for those of you who knew him, sad news there. Just wanted to pass along the news to you of an original member, second member of the league who's died. So that is the show for the week. Hopefully everyone has a good week next week, except for Tim, who I play. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for tuning in, and best of luck next week, except Tim.